since things aren't going well for her and she cheated on him for months with one of his pros. It appears that Remy is finally beginning to realize how badly she damaged her relationship with Pippo. She seems to want him back now that he's moved on with someone else and will stop at nothing to win him back. But Remy won't just sit back and let Clarissa Shields, Papoose's new partner, take her man. She recently came out and called Remy out for filth, accusing her of moving covertly, sending sex photos, and using every man-known strategy to get Papoose back. Is Remy's ultimate goal in this case? And does she really intend to split Clarissa and Papoose up just for the sake of doing so? Let's break it down. Clarissa isn't just some random Instagram hottie that rappers chase after when they're single. Which is why Remy Ma seems so enamored with her, and Papoose probably thought he would come running back and beg her to take him back, but that clearly didn't happen because Papoose had been deeply in love with her for years. The man risked everything to smuggle her, and even got married to her while she was incarcerated. He never cheated on her, and I'm not sure what loyalty means if that's not the case. Remy overplayed her hand though, because Papoose was so enamored of her that she cheated thinking she could get away with it. This was a huge mistake, and he hit her with a psych and then started dating Clarissa, which was the last straw for him in Hollywood. Papoose and Ray were once thought to be the ideal black couple. Everyone was shocked when he suddenly went public with Issa, because nothing seemed to be able to end their fabled love story. But let's talk about Clarissa Shields, who is not your typical person. She is one of the best female boxers and mixed martial artists in the world. And she actually holds all 4 major world titles in 3 different weight classes, making her the only boxer, male or female, to do so. She is also only the 3rd female boxer in history to achieve this feat in the ring. She is a beast, young, successful, and incredibly accomplished. According to insiders, Remy is consumed by the fact that Clarissa is neither an Instagram model nor a random clout chaser. In record time, Clarissa won the division title, and as of October 2022, ESPN and The Ring ranked her as the best active female middleweight and the best active female boxer pound for pound. Remy does not even consider Clarissa to be a downgrade, and she continues to do well for herself after having her moment. Additionally, she cheated, which is why she and Papoose split up. Even though Remy wasn't aware of it at the time, Papoose was now so enraged that he got into a physical altercation with EAs and knocked him unconscious. Papoose finds it difficult to accept that it could really be the end, talking about rocking with sham happening. That's us posting the child symbol for black blood, thinking that child marriage still had to go through those stages for every interview. He shows his admiration to tell the world how he thinks his woman is the greatest. You are down in prison 6. She had denied the relationship for months, claiming that the rumors were made up to damage her reputation. However, when Papoose made it clear that he was over Remy, he tried to treat her with some dignity. He never publicly accused her of cheating, shamed her, or shared their personal issues with the world. Instead, R became resentful and bitter about his relationship with Clarissa, and she wanted it to end no matter what. She pulled Clarissa and Papoose into a messy public drama by blowing everything up on social media, which is her strongest suit. The worst part is that she ruined a pivotal moment in Clarissa's career just before the release of a highly anticipated movie about her life that was supposed to feature Ryan Destiny and several other well-known actors. Clarissa needed all the positive publicity she could get because this movie was a huge deal. But Rooney would have none of its supporters believe that she purposefully went out of sheer jealousy to ruin Clarissa's moment too. She even went so far as to share private conversations between Clarissa and Papoose on Instagram, including one that said, "You take responsibility. You are the one who is married. If you can at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safely, or to communicate you fell asleep in the Sprinter." In fact, it seemed like Clarissa and Papoose were skiing around before Papoose and Remy actually announced their separation. But Ree pulled her forward as soon as she asked Papoose to be honest. I pleaded with Papoose to speak up and put an end to this story, but he insisted that it was best to keep quiet. I'm tired, he declared, and then he had the audacity to declare you're ugly, so I would never ask you to risk it. Don't worry, even though I witnessed everything. He refuses to leave, so I fell asleep on the phone with Clarissa lying in my house. He is supposed to be a world champion boxer, and she gets scared and hangs up the moment she hears my voice. Now I'm telling everything, and you're not the only one. You're so tough that everyone will see it too, right? Asterisk. Asterisk Rem, MY mom. But she didn't stop there. She went further and posted this woman, Clarissa Shields, and her pitiful public relations team. They've been spreading false information about me every day to make me look bad and make him seem like a gift from God for far too long. Clarissa lost it when she realized that Remy had left her vulnerable online, and she started sending desperate messages to Papoose's phone saying things like, I know you have to deal with this now. My PR team will go crazy when they see this, especially before the movie comes out on December 25th. I can't be out here exposing her, though. Has your other phone arrived yet? Remy's goal was to cause as much chaos as she could by posting. Don't worry, nothing she said or included in her account worries me, but you are a full poos. She then went one step further and pointed directly at Clarissa. You followed your advice, Miss Shields, but not before I took screenshots of all of your communications. By the way, he was attempting to have me arrested with the assistance of while I was away. He was sitting there holding me down by the sidebar and exposing you by using my platform. He had threatened to release personal information about her, and Remy then revealed that he was going to claim that my raps were written by him. What if my personal information is leaked? Remember that he also threatened that? So it wasn't him. Remy wasn't finished, though, as she made other texts public, revealing Clarissa basically begging Papoose for the barest necessities. I'm not happy. But okay, I'll just stop because I don't want to add to your already existing tension. In other words, I'm tired of talking and you're not listening. But I appreciate your candor, which is always the best course of action. I won't say anything more, she went on, but you can do as you like. All I'm asking for are presents because I like flowers, so I'm tripping, and I need some alone time. I feel foolish, and I'm not sure how to feel. What about Remy? She couldn't help but make fun of her. Hey, Miss Shields. I think men would just say, oh, she's nice and gives you gifts because I'm a good woman with one man, just like I was. A man with one husband, however he thinks he is the winner, so I'm the one with the bag and I don't contribute. So don't fool me. I'm not your adversary and I'm genuinely pretty pleased. Remy was having a great time at this point, and Papoose had to step in to protect both himself and Clarissa. She's upset that I left her and he called out, but she still claps back, wants to play the victim even after cheating on me multiple times during the IPL, which is far more than I have ever done. I've requested a divorce multiple times, but instead of acting like an adult, she chose to control the situation and gain influence on social media. I didn't want to get involved in this foolishness because our 6-year-old child has to go to school and witness all of this nonsense. He said, striking her with the final blow. However, notice how I said nothing at all. Yes, just to be clear, I will never again, be the one to get someone arrested. Papo says that Remy was somewhere else at Christmas while he was at home with their child. He claims that she is angry at him for making up stories now that he has moved on, which he describes as narcissistic behavior. She won't do that because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock this guy out if we had handled this like that. His response to the reports that she had cheated on him with his friend Easy the Block is that you are lying to the police about what happened in front of the world. The last time I saw him, after I knocked him unconscious, Remy roused him and brought him home for 4 days. My daughter is now lying about it again after I brought her home to ensure a speedy divorce. He also claimed that Remy might have had a gambling problem and was trying to coerce him into giving him money, but Remy denied leaving their daughter. Adults and divorced, she keeps messaging me. begging me to fabricate the knockout, but it doesn't matter because he didn't even return a single blow. I've been begging you to leave and get a private divorce for years, but you refused. I'm not the social media type, and you use my morals and upbringing against me, she said, accusing Papoose of using her background and reputation to film me. You only tell lies to improve your reputation, and you always have something to say regardless of what I do for my child on significant occasions. You have a major gambling issue. To be honest, you even tried to use my reputation as a gangster girl as a weapon to keep me apart from everyone and everything. It's calling me a rat and a snitch. Meanwhile, my stupid self was pleading with people to keep quiet about who you really were in order to keep harmony. You hated that I started my rap battle league and were upset that I was giving support to other rappers over you, she said, implying that Papoose was jealous of her success, particularly her rap battle league. To ruin it, this flimsy knockout story is so dull and full of lies. How many friends and family have you purposefully alienated and made uncomfortable? You also made serious claims of domestic violence, saying that Papoose had frequently beaten her. You also attacked me in the garage, forgetting that the pool was never finished. To get you to stop, the staff called the police and recorded the audio and video. Don't lie to him when you keep lying. In addition, Maureen claimed that Papoose came and went like a thief in the night, forcing her security to kick him out. She also said that he even forced her to go to award shows with him to keep up appearances and spread false information to defame other rappers. Finally, Remy posted screenshots of a woman named Clarissa, who claimed that they had a long relationship before she violated her and started seeing her husband, who is Papoose's strange girlfriend, wishing me a happy New Year's Day. Remy's charges eventually reached Clarissa, who angrily retorted, "It's unbelievable that a 45-year-old woman is acting like this clown. You are absolutely not maturing with wisdom at the age of 29. I am not even 45 yet. I'm lying to these people." Later, this woman was actually hitting me up for advice on how to show off her body. This is crazy. I created this monster, though, by praising you, by knowing things weren't right, and by keeping quiet, knowing the truth. You think you know what I got, which is why you feel comfortable lying to these people. Clarissa pointed out Remy's hypocrisy without engaging in a full-on argument, suggesting that Remy was still preoccupied with the past while having a relationship with another woman in California this week. Fans expected a confrontation, but Clarissa didn't hold back from fabricating texts to cause trouble. That is ridiculous, bullying me. Just stop it. You're being resentful, angry, and foolish. I'm not against you, but instead of asking me questions about anything, tell your man to buy you gifts and flowers. The confrontation between Clarissa and Remy grew as the controversy grew, especially after someone said, "Come get your behind." Remy versus Shells on February 2nd, even my mother, who was known for having a lot of hands, seemed to realize that Clarissa was too strong for her in this particular game. The drama seemed to be unresolved when Remy backed off instead of accepting the fight challenge. And Clarissa revealed yet another shocking revelation just when it seemed like everything had calmed down. This revelation, according to those who know the situation, clarifies everything. This latest revelation paints a very different picture of Remy's situation. Is he genuinely heartbroken, or is this all just another desperate attempt to keep control? Remy Ma has been sending Papoose pornographic pictures in an apparent attempt to win him back. Papoose and Clarissa have been living their best lives, going out, attending games, and spending time together. However, Clarissa went so far as to confess that she was deeply in love with music, which is why I said, I love him. I love having his support. What I mean by that is that his support is very different from what I've had in the past, and the way he speaks to me and other things are very different. There you go. We deserve each other. But I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where I was like, I want to keep him all to myself, but I didn't really. Is ready to move on with Clarissa, so the drama isn't quite over yet. According to sources, he plans to pop the question, showing that his turbulent relationship with Remy hasn't damaged his confidence in love. Rather, it seems that he is finally acting. Clarissa isn't going to lower her defenses, even though Papoose seems ready for a new chapter. Remy is reportedly still trying to win him back by sending him pornographic images to pique his interest. But you can't play with Clarissa. If Remy doesn't back off, there is a lot of chaos here, and we need your opinion by sending those pictures. Is Remy going too far? And will Papoose actually ask Clarissa to marry him? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below for even more shocking updates. Don't forget to watch. She's willing to stand by her man and fight for what's rightfully hers. The video that follows